Good morning, everyone. In exploring the works of Rumi today, Shaggington and I wanted to share with you one adaptation of an original poem by Rumi, and this is called The Secret Message by Mina, Javaherbin, and illustrated by Bruce Watley. Many years ago, a wealthy Persian merchant kept a parrot at his shop in the bazaar. The bird, who once flew free in the Indian forest, now lived in a small cage. All day long, the bird sang of a longing, but the merchant would not let him go because the parrot could sing and talk, and its bright, beautiful feathers attracted customers to the shop. Now the merchant was kind, and before the merchant went to India to buy more goods for his shop, he asked the parrot if there was anything he wanted from the place that had once been his home. An exotic flower or a silver cup, perhaps? When you see the other parrots like me, tell them I live far away. Tell them I miss flying with them, I miss their sweet voices, I miss hearing the smell of the trees. The merchant interrupted. But parrot, you live inside this wonderful golden cage with 3 swings. You're right, said the parrot. Tell them about this cage. On his trip, the merchant's caravan trudged over dry sand dunes, passed through steep green valleys, and braided dangerously down narrow mountain paths. Eventually, they made it. And after the merchant had made all of his purchases and turned back to Persia, the caravan passed through a thick tropical forest, and he heard voices just like his parrots up in the banyan tree branches. "Stop the caravan," ordered the merchant. "I have a message from your friend," he said. "Far away from India, I own a parrot that looks like you. He sent a message. He remembers flying in the forest, hearing your sweet voices, and smelling the trees. He lives inside a beautiful cage that I bought for him. It has 3 golden swings inside." The birds listened carefully. Suddenly, one by one, they all fell off the branches. With their backs on the ground and their feet in the air, their bodies lay still under the shadow of the banyan canopy. The shocked merchant could not believe his eyes, as the parrots stayed stiff on the ground. The caravan slowly moved on. Now, upon his return, his own parrot asked, "When you were in India, did you deliver my message?" Parrot, something bad happened in the forest. They listened, and then suddenly they all fell off the tree branches, not one breathing a single breath. The parrot listened, then as soon as the merchant stopped talking, he fell off his golden swing. With his feet pointed up in the sky, not a single breath came out of him. The merchant ran to the cage. "What have I done?" he cried. "Have I caused you death too?" The parrot stayed still at the bottom of the cage, and the merchant took the stiff bird out of the cage. Suddenly, the parrot fluttered his wings and soared up to the shop's dome ceiling. "You're alive," the merchant said. "More alive than ever, merchant, thanks to the message from my friends in India." And then the parrot flew away through the hole in the domed ceiling to fly free among his friends. As Rumi reflects in the original of this story, the merchant then tries to learn to be as free as the bird. And I think we can all learn to provide a little bit more freedom for one another, as well as ourselves, from this.